mindset. The last couple of weeks you've seen that the guys have really bought into what it takes to prepare week in and week out. Doesn't matter who you're playing. Wanted to give them a plan that was aggressive, give them a chance to come out swinging, attacking. Tremendous amount of respect for Boston College, and that's always a tough game for us. We know their style of play. They take pride in making it physical in the trenches, and I thought our guys, rose to the occasion and came out with the right mindset. In the first half, they weren't going to be denied.
I saw a tweet that said that's the most yards they've ever given up in program history.
Wow, I didn't realize that. And again, they got a ton of respect for their players, their coaches. Man, they do a great job. And really, the biggest challenge for us was to stay out of long yardage situations. I think if we could stay efficient and put together good plays on first and second down and stay out of third and long, that's where they really have an advantage because of some of the exotic fronts and coverages that they do to confuse your quarterback. So I think the guys really took that to heart and they wanted to stay efficient, and it was a good out.
Coming out of that open day, 552 yards, then 551, then 674. Is this offense now beginning to?
I think the guys, have a lot of confidence right now. And again, I told them that we win on Saturdays by the way that we prepare throughout the course of the week. So it's the Tuesday practice. When you got a lot of stuff going on, you got weights, you got class. You're into game 8 of the season. Can you focus in and have your best Tuesday practice? So I think the guys have really bought into the preparation process, and guys have had some success. I think their confidence is at a high level. The offensive line is really taking advantage of their opportunity to lead this football team, not just the offense. And they're taking pride in trying to meet that standard of 200+ rushing. And then it's good to see Trevor just kind of find his rhythm. So if we can continue to be consistent up front, it's going to give our playmakers opportunities to make plays.
Trevor made some great throws, but were you just as proud of that third down play where he just kind of ran out of bounds? He had a chance to force it there. But he just ran out of bounds.
Correct, that one. And then there was a sprint out where he wanted to throw the ball, and he didn't throw it into coverage, and just took what they gave us. So again, the biggest thing for him, and he's just a young guy. He's probably got feels like he's got the weight of the world on his shoulders, and he's just got to compartmentalize and not try to do too much. And I think he's really starting to get back in his zone to where he's not trying to do too much and just playing within the system.
Tony, it seems like each year the offense kind of starts hitting its stride to the end of the year and you get to the championship phase. What is it that you feel like you guys build to where you're playing your best football?
I think each unit is different. You got to find an identity. In each unit, you got to find your identity and find the chemistry. And I think it just takes some time to work through some things. And then I think when everyone is asking a bunch of questions and looking at us, but for us, adversity is good. The adversity that we had early in the season has brought us closer together, and it's forced these guys to really. And you got a young team too, to really block out the noise on the outside and not really worry about other people's expectations and play to the standards. So I think what you're seeing is the chemistry is starting to really flow, and the guys have learned how to block out the distractions and just focus on what has made us great as a program, and that's just doing the little things better than everybody else.
What's one of the more impressive things today was how many different guys touched the ball?
That's always fun, and for me, I just like to sit back in the locker room and enjoy the moment and see the joy on these guys' face, and to see DeAndre get the MVP award from the guys from Boston College. I mean, that's just a testament to how unselfish these guys are on the team, how they genuinely want to see each other have success, and we're at our best when we're able to distribute the ball and get everybody going. And so when you're able to get Ross going early in the game, T going early in the game, Travis going early in the game, then you got Linjay coming off the bench, having a spark there. So it just creates a different energy and excitement and enthusiasm on the sideline when everybody understands that if they put in the work, they're going to have their opportunity to get involved in the game.
It seemed like Trevor was really on today with the short, intermediate passes. A lot of those passes just right on the money.
And that was, as I said when I opened up, we really wanted to stay ahead of the change. Boston College is not a defense that you want to get behind the change. They have one of the, and they've been that way since I've been in the role that I've been in, that I'm in. They're very exotic with their fronts and the pressures. They can confuse you. They'll show you, an all-out pressure look and then drop out and have guys in different zones that you weren't expecting them to be in. So we wanted to stay ahead of the chains and keep them out of, those situations because they had a tendency to want to do that in second and long, third and long. And we felt like if we could stay efficient, and the way to stay efficient is to run the ball effectively and then also take advantage of the short intermediate game so that you can keep the chains moving.
Tony, third straight week that Travis is on over 100 yards. Are you continuing with the more designed runs that you talked about earlier?
We have a plan there, and we jumped out there in 12 personnel and had some some RPOs, but have more design runs and some play actions off of it, which is an opportunity to get him started. And then, we wanted to try and create some situations where he had some running room inside the box, and we were able to do that with some formation adjustments. And so it was good to get him going. And then Trevor did a good job of managing the RPOs too. Just sometimes, even though the RPO, you might have slight leverage on the Sam linebacker, go ahead and hand that thing off to Travis and let him get it.
Have you also seen a different mindset in Travis?
Yes, and no doubt. And he's, Travis has really done everything I've asked him to do, with the exception of he didn't use the technique that I wanted him to use in pass protection up in North Carolina. And I think that was something that he needed. He needed to, to try his own thing and get exposed to realize that, man, okay, I got to play within the system. I got to trust my technique, because at the end of the day, what really holds up under pressure is your fundamentals. If you don't have the right fundamentals, and I think that provided us as coaches an opportunity to really challenge him. And I think that has really, encouraged him to not just improve running the football, but pass protection, and even, we saw a couple opportunities to get involved in the passing game. That's the next area of his game that we really want to involve.
I don't think I've ever seen 92.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a 92 at quarterback. When I was Patson, it was 92 tonight.
Well, because he's playing on special teams, and instead of pulling Kayvon off the field in some certain situations on special teams, you just have him in number 92, and it's hard for him to run down on kickoff, pull a jersey off, and then go in there as number 12. So that's why I saw that.
Coach, did you feel like you were in the zone from a play calling standpoint there in that first half, when it seemed like you're just doing whatever you wanted offensively?
I wouldn't say it's a zone, but it was comforting to know that the guys were dialed in, and that's really what gives you confidence as a play callers. When the guys are dialed in, they when they're going out and executing everything that you've had scripted in the first couple of drives, lets you know that, man, they've really taken ownership of the plan, and that's what really helps you as a play caller. You know that everything that you call, you have confidence that these guys can transfer what we did in practice to the game field.
Speaking with Jeff, and what can you say about the night that DeAndre Overton had tonight?
Man, so proud of DeAndre. He's a guy that came here with probably lofty goals and ambitions and desires, and things may not have come to fruition the way he wanted to, but you know what? He decided to stick around. He loved his Clemson experience. He loved everything outside of maybe the stats that he may have had to have over his career, and just to on this night to not only win the MVP but to tie a record. And there's been some really good receivers that have come through here, and now his name is in the record books. And then just the way that he addressed the team afterward, just so humble and just encouraging the young guys and letting them know that, hey, just stick with it, and your time's going to come, and really deflected all of the credit, to his teammates, and that's just awesome. It's just the type of young man he is.
In regards to staying ahead of the chains, the team had 391 yards on first downs alone, averaged about 9 yards per first down. How pleased are you with their performance, and how can you continue to improve in that aspect?
The good thing is we're going to have film, and it's never as good or it's never as bad as you think. So there's going to be opportunities. I know there were some runs that the backs, cut it back a little bit too early. We were trying to create some single blocks up front that the offensive line were going to need some help with the backs discipline, and so those are going to be some things that I can work on. There were a couple times where Lindsay bounced a couple and had some success, and so I'll be able to coach him on that. And I thought the protection was solid. Trevor one time held the ball too long in RPO and ended up getting sacked. So there's going to be a lot of things that we can still continue to challenge our guys with. But overall, my message right before we left the hotel in the last meeting with the guys is, who cares what people are saying? But if you want the respect that you feel like you deserve, man, go out and earn it. Give them something positive to talk about. And the way that you do that is to come out and play a clean first half, and then continue to strive for excellence in the second half and put up some points. And so for us, the biggest thing is just challenging our guys to now don't get complacent. Don't be satisfied, because we still actually haven't played our best game yet.
Not to nitpick on the negative, but Trevor had that one pass, the bad decision that could have been intercepted. How much do you and Coach Streeter talk to him just about not trying to do too much and just throw the ball away when you need to?
And again, the quarterback position, what I've learned over my career, even with Deshaun and in the role that I'm in, I don't say too much to him. I let Coach Streeter, handle those kind of conversations. My conversations with Trevor is tell me what you like, tell me what you don't like. really try to school him up on the third down blitz looks because that's where the backs are really involved in protection. And again, I've said this before about Deshaun, I'll say it about Trevor, man, what makes them special is, man, they have the confidence to make those throws. And so if you take that away from them, then you take away, you give them kryptonite, And so we'll just continue to challenge him. Hey, be smart, Coach Reed will get in there, and then there'll be a couple plays that I'll address with the offense that we all can do better, and some will be his decisions. But overall, man, just continue to build on the positive and then point out the negative and challenge him to improve. But, man, that's what makes him special. That throw that he made to DeAndre going to his left, man, there's not many people in the country that can make that. And there's not many people that have the confidence to make that. So those are the things that you kind of say slippery slope. You got to be careful.